Okay, scrapbookers, I am back with my part 2 of my SNS Kit Club Q&A session. So I got to question number 15 yesterday, and I thought I would start off with question 16, and we're just going to jump right in. So I'm Megan. If this is the first video that you're seeing, I will leave a link to the video that I did yesterday with the first 15 questions. Okay, so question number 16. How do you manage to stay on schedule with design teamwork? The quick answer to that is I don't. I oftentimes am scrambling to finish an assignment, and actually I had one due on Friday, and it is now almost a week later, and I still need to turn that in. That's really bad of me. I'm never, ever, ever that bad. It's like almost a week past due, so whoops. My life lately has been really crazy, so I've been like, things have been slipping out of my mind. It's bad. Usually I do my design team projects. I try to do them a week in advance, but in reality, it usually happens the day before it's due. So I don't stay on schedule a lot. Do you ever struggle with assignments or deadlines? Yes, all the time. All the time. That's my life. I try to schedule things, and I try to do things on a schedule, try to get them done weeks and weeks in advance, and it just doesn't happen. Like, I admire Kira Ness. I don't know if you guys follow her, but if you don't, I will leave a link below, because she is like always a month ahead of her design team projects. Like the other day I was on her Instagram stories and she was like, I'm starting July projects, and that was like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't even finished all of my July projects. She's crazy. I don't know. Kira, if you're watching this, I wish I could just have your, I don't know, work ethic. Explain to me, how do you do this? How are you a month ahead? Because I can't even be like a week ahead. I don't know, it's just mind-blowing to me, and I love it. I love that you're so on top of things, and I wish that I could be. Okay, how is your room set up for YouTube taping? I will post a picture or a video. I have you right now to the left of my scrapbooking area. So I have a shelf above my desk that I have hooked here. I'll actually, maybe if I can grab it, unhook it here. I have this monopod that I use. So it's just a clip, and I got this for like $5 on, I don't even remember. It was like a Chinese website where you can get things for like super duper cheap. I'll try to see if I can find it again and link it below. But I just got this because it was super easy. It's just a clip that you can clip, and I have a shelf right here above my desk. So I just clip it on my desk, and then it's got this little phone attachment thing, and I actually use a webcam, and my webcam will attach to this. I just kind of have to jimmy rig it to go in there. So I can maybe kind of show you. I will show you a picture, or I might just do a video, because a video might be easier. I don't know if it's going to let me bring my webcam over here. No, I have everything falling now. But I just kind of, I don't know if you can see that. I just kind of jimmy rig this to go in here, and it just kind of goes in there like that. I don't know if you guys can see it. I guess I can turn you a little bit. But it just kind of sits in there. And that's kind of how I do it. So I will take a picture and show that to you if I can get that back up there. And now I probably have it all off. So my videos might be a little bit quirky the next time. So now I have my video all funky too. So that's what I use to record my videos, and I just have it, like I said, hooked to a shelf, and then it comes straight down onto my desk. So it's pretty simple.
Okay guys, so I kind of cleaned up a little bit, and I wanted to add this into the video. So this is how I have the front of my desk set up. So I scrapbook right here, and then this is my webcam that I use on a monopod that I got from, I think it was like either wish.com or a Japanese website or something, for seriously like $3. And that was shipping and everything. It was crazy. But then I have that hooked up. It kind of comes onto my shelving here and then down and around, and it hooks into my laptop. And I have it transfer right to my laptop. Just kind of makes life easier.
Okay, let's see. Question number 18. How do you get up the courage to post what you make? I don't know. I found the YouTube world in, let's see, I think it was like September, October, November. Yeah, I think it was like October or November-ish of 2013. And I started posting my layouts and, well, actually, I started posting on YouTube first. I didn't even know that there was a Facebook community or Instagram or anything right away. I think it probably took quite a few months for me to get where I started posting on Instagram, my layouts and everything. So, I don't know. I guess I just started really enjoying sharing what I was making on YouTube, and that kind of pushed me in the direction of Instagram and Facebook. But it did kind of take me a while to start posting other places besides YouTube. What is your filming process, and how long does it take you to make a video from start to finish? So my filming process, I usually sometimes I start with a photo and then I pick the product, or if I'm doing a design team project, I start with a product. If I'm doing it for, like, say, Cheeky Studio, she sends us a monthly kit or some of the new products that we have to use for that month. And so I will start with the product for design teams or Spiegel Mom Scraps. I will start with a product, and then I pick out the picture, and then I pick out the collections and things I want to use. So let's see, how long does it take you to make a video from start to finish? Well, to actually scrapbook the layout, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour and a half to make the layout. But then if you're talking about like editing the video and getting it uploaded and all of that stuff, that probably takes up to 2 to 3 hours extra. Well, maybe 2 hours extra. I don't think it really takes 3 hours. But if you're just counting just how long it takes to make my layout, it's usually about 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Closer to an hour. I do about an hour for every layout is how much I usually do. Do you pre-plan any part of your layouts that you film? It depends. Like when I was on Stuck Sketches design team, I would kind of pre-plan like what picture I wanted to use with a certain sketch and what collection would go with that sketch. So if I'm doing like a sketch layout or a scrap lift layout, I kind of do pre-plan things. And for assignments like Get It Scrapped, oftentimes for Get It Scrapped, we're just doing challenge layouts. Like they give us an assignment of something to do. So one that I recently posted a couple weeks ago was a mix and match journaling assignment. So I did sit down and decide, okay, what is it that I want to journal about, and how am I going to incorporate the whole mix and match journaling idea? And that kind of brought about the photos I was going to use and the collection I was going to use. So for design team assignments, I probably do spend a little bit more time pre-planning. But if I'm just doing like a fun challenge or a series with a friend, I don't really do much. I just kind of get going. Okay. Number 20, what colors inspire you most? Christy, go. I'm just kidding. I will insert Christy in this. No, I'm just kidding. I usually scrapbook with teals and yellows the most. Yeah, those are just my colors. I do love purple, if you can't tell by the color of my walls. I do love purple, but I don't really scrapbook with it much, which is sad, right? Teals and yellows are my big colors that inspire me. Okay, what old school products do you still use? I don't really use old school. I guess the oldest thing that I have in my stash that I still use is this Stampin' Mist. But actually, I think that I refilled this recently because this is seriously like 15 years old, this bottle. But I refilled it with, you know, the Michaels brand. But I still have this, and then I still have the Stampin' Scrub. So that's probably the oldest thing I have in my stash. I don't really use, I have some of my old Stampin' Up stamps, but I don't really use them a whole lot because I don't like them. I don't like the wood block stamps. I just don't. I don't really like those. But I do have a few of them. So I'm going to say the stamp scrubber is probably the oldest thing I have in my stash. Let's see. And I do actually still use it when I do my scrapbooking and stamping. When do you sleep? When do I possibly sleep? I sleep at night. When I was working, I would go to bed about 8 or 9, and I would wake up at 5 a.m. It sucked. I hated it. It was awful. And I'm so glad I'm not doing that anymore. But usually my husband and I go to bed around 11 o'clock, sometimes 10 o'clock. It depends on how tired we are, how early we wake up, you know, all of those things. But usually I go to bed at around 11. So I sleep from about 11 to 8 in the morning-ish, sometimes 9, if my kids let me sleep in that late. Let's see. 23. What do you like most about scrapbooking? What do you like least? So I like telling stories. Which is kind of funny because I used to just like scrapbooking because I had a cute photo of my kids or something. But nowadays I've realized how much I enjoy telling stories and looking back in my project life and remembering that specific moment. Like, I try to write down things. Like if I have a funny photo, like I'm trying to think of one. I think I made a layout of Tinian stuffing like seriously 5 cucumbers in his mouth at a time. And it was all about how like that funny moment. So that's the story that I told. But then I had like a bunch of extra cute photos that I also wanted to print from that same story, but I didn't have enough room on the layout. So I'll put them in my project life. So it'll be in a pocket page after that layout. So I love taking photos, but the problem is I also love design. And so I don't put all of the photos on one page because I do like design and I have a design aspect that I stick to usually. And so if all 10 photos don't fit on the one page, but I still love each and every one of those photos, I might not print all 10, but I'll put like 2 or 3 on the scrapbook page and then maybe to put, you know, 1 or 2 in a Pocket Life page next to it because they're still really cute and I want to remember that cute image, you know, of Tinian just being silly. So the thing that I like about scrapbooking is telling stories and the design of layouts. The thing I don't like is that I can't just throw everything onto a scrapbook page. I can't, I mean, I can, but that design element won't be there. Like in my old pages, it just won't be there. So, sorry, if I keep looking off to this way, my window is like right in front of me and I keep seeing shadows moving and there's a spider like crawling up my window well right now that I keep looking at. It's just a daddy long leg, but still, I hate spiders. Anyway, tangent there. What I like least is not being able to put every single photo that I take in my albums. Because I take a photo for a reason, right? And if I take 20 of the same photo or the same story, like I definitely am the type of person that wants to print off every single one of those photos. But I have realized that I really can't do that because I just don't have the space. So that's the thing I don't like. I don't have enough space to print every single photo. Okay. Question number 24. What do you like most and least about being a well-known YouTube scrapbooker? Well, I wouldn't really call myself well-known. You okay, Piper? I don't know if you guys could hear her, but she was like, bleh, bleh. I don't really consider myself well-known, but I just like the interaction with people and the comments on what I make, and kind of like if I say, hey, what do you think about this? Like the feedback that I get and the friends that I have made and the collaborations that I've been a part of have helped me develop my style as a scrapbooker. And I think it's also kind of helped me grow as an individual. I really just have loved being in this community, and that's what I have liked about being a YouTube scrapbooker. 25. What are your top 3 go-to designs? Oh, I didn't talk about what I like least about being a YouTube scrapbooker. What I like least about being a YouTube scrapbooker is how much time it takes to actually make the video, edit it, take the photos, do all of that. I kind of just wish I could snap my fingers and that would all just be done for me, and I wouldn't have to take, you know, the 1, 2, 3 extra hours to get a video all ready and uploaded. Okay, so number 25. What are your top 3 go-to designs? So that one's easy. A lot of times I do like the band design, like across the layout. So I kind of move it up and down the layout. So I'll do it in the middle, I'll do it on the bottom. A lot of times I don't really scrapbook on the top though. But I did make a layout that I absolutely loved for one of my series. I wonder if it's here in this pile. So here's kind of an example of the band layout. So you can see that everything is like across the middle. This one is actually a really big band. I don't think I've ever made one that takes up this much real estate on a layout. But I do a lot of this down the middle or on the bottom. I can't find that one I was thinking of. It was for, I'll try to post a picture. Yeah, I can't find it. It was for my, my series with, Sketch to the Max with Tracy Rants here. I'll post it, here. I'll try to remember to. So the band is one, and the one that I'm talking about with Tracy, I had the band going across the top, which was really cool because I don't usually do that. Then let's see. So then I kind of do like the L design a lot too. I'm wondering if I can show you an L design one. I don't think I have one that's an L design. Yeah, I don't really have one that's an L design. And then also I'm gonna say 3 go-tos. I was thinking of one the other day and now I can't remember what it was. So the band design, the L design, and then I'm gonna say like the middle. I scrapbook a lot of times from the middle out. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Okay. What are your favorite inspiration pieces? I.e. mood board, sketch, art, etc., and why? My favorite inspiration pieces are sketches and scrap lifting, definitely. I love getting inspiration from other people's layouts, and I always usually make it more me. It's very rare that I will not change up a scrap lifted layout and make it totally more me. I just kind of start with the basic idea of the layout. And that just kind of, like when I'm stuck, when I'm in a slump, seeing somebody else's layout just kind of sparks my own idea, and it kind of helps me realize I don't need to copy this exact design. I just needed something to spark an idea in my head. And so that kind of helps me with a jumping off point. A sketch, usually when I was on my Stuck Sketches design team, usually I stuck pretty close to the sketch because I kind of felt like that's what I needed to do since it was for a design team. But usually I will just kind of take a sketch and make it my own. I don't always stick to the exact design because it's just a starting off point for me. Why on God's earth have I not bought blank and why? I don't know. I pretty much have everything I want. My friend Heather did recently buy the Caterpillar Pro, and so maybe I would say that because I like my Fiskars cutter. I love my Fiskars cutter. It's one of my favorite tools, and it cuts really well for me. And it's got I like that it's compact. And it still has the ability to measure 12 by 12, but I can put it away and it fits on my surface. Like the Caterpillar Pro would definitely not fit anywhere in my scrapbook room because stuff like that happens. I just have stuff everywhere and it just wouldn't fit. So that's what we're gonna go with. I just don't have room for a Caterpillar Pro. You can see Piper's tail right here. She wants to go outside. The kids are upstairs making a bunch of noise and she's like, what is going on? Pastel or bold? Definitely bold. I don't really use pastel colors. I have boys and pastel just kind of makes me think of babies and girls for some reason. I don't know why. I definitely like bold colors. Stripes or dots? Definitely dots. Or no, I don't know why I said dots. Stripes. Definitely stripes. I do use dots, but if I have a dot or a stripe, I'm definitely going to pick a stripe. Do you have any organizational tips? No. I'm so awful at organizing. Clean up after every layout. Don't just put stuff everywhere. Don't make piles. Have a place for everything and put everything back in its place when you're done with it. That's a good tip, right? I definitely don't listen to that tip myself. Okay, question number 31. This is the last one. What do you think are the key items to have in your mixed media stash? Well, I can tell you right now, definitely sprays. I love spray mists. And one of my new things that I really love are these Shimmers pots. So I've got Creamies from Shimmers. This one's called Okie Dokie. And then I also have these pots of Shimmers paints. And these you have to mix up because they separate. And then also, let's see, what's the other one that I have? Let's see. I do have a lot of Dazzlers. Which I really need to start using up. But also my next favorite is, I don't know where it went, my pasties. This isn't the color that I really like. I mean, I do like this color. This is Pasties from Shimmers, and it is called Tree Hugger. The one that I really love is Putting on the Glitz, and it has disappeared from my room here. But I do really love my Shimmers sprays and paints and Dazzlers. Those are all fun. And pasties. Those are definitely must-haves. And gesso, of course. Can't live without gesso, right? So I think that is it. Yeah, that is it for this Secret Not Secret Kit Club Q&A session. I hope that you have enjoyed both part 1 and part 2. I will try to do a oh my goodness, I was going to say queek. Do I have an accent? I don't know. Quick little overview of my room. I'm going to try to clean it up a little bit before I show you that though, because it's super dirty. So yeah, that is it. And I'm wondering, oh, you know what? With question number 1, I kind of ignored the last half of it because it said, how do you store your tools? And I totally spaced that because I started talking about embellishments and all my collections. So I did want to answer that one. I will show you a picture of tools. I consider like my Fiskars and my cutter, my trimmer, and this tools. So these get set on my desk. Then also I have my Silhouette, this black machine that's back here. This is my Silhouette Cameo 3. That gets to stay out on my desk too. And then in my drawers, I have, and then I will just show you a quick picture. I have my Fiskars punches and other punches down here in a drawer that's on my scrapbooking desk. So I think that's all the tools I really have. I do keep like my markers and scissors in containers like this on my desk. I have 2 of those with markers and scissors in them. And then I have my staple gun, which is in another container on my desk, kind of like that one with my markers. And yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I consider my tools. You can also see kind of my sewing tools up here that I have, scissors and things like that up there. So that is my continued answer of number 1. So if you watch number 1 and were like, wait a minute, where's her tools? Where does she keep her tools? That's where I keep my tools. So I'll have some pictures after this and a little overview of my room. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye. Okay, so here is my quick little room overview for those of you that don't have an hour. Of course, my dogs have to be in here with me. So this is my desk, and this is the area where I keep my paper collection. So I'll kind of just show you real quick. So these are all of the new paper collections that I'm still trying to go through, and these are new within the last year or so. This is my tool drawer. So I've got all my Fiskars cutters and borders in there, as well as my wax paper. And this drawer is my have unemployment stuff in there. My cutting drawer, all my Silhouette cuts and stuff in there. I always keep one kit here to the left of my desk that I'm wanting to use. And then here, I said I had no organizational tips. I changed my mind. I use containers. So it looks crazy and unorganized because I've kind of just been I've been scrapbooking so much in the last few weeks, because I finally got my mojo back, that I kind of have just been throwing stuff everywhere. So I would suggest you go and get some cheapo containers from the dollar store or even from Michael's. I think I got these pink and white ones on Black Friday last year for like $1, and it comes as a 3-pack for $1. I also have these berry baskets that I keep stuff in as well. And so they're not fully organized, but those kind of help me keep current things that I'm working on. So these are some flares and stuff from this kit, and just a few ribbons and things like that I wanted to get out of the organizer that I have in the kit. These are some cut files I want to use within the next week or so. So I've got those in one there, and so I keep those right there. I like having this little organized ink container here. I'm not sure, it was probably used for cassette tapes or something long time ago. And then also, like I said, I do like to put my I consider markers and things like that tools, so I like to keep them in these containers on my desk, but those are kind of organizing containers too. I keep some stamps and things in another berry container, and then I just kind of throw random pictures in there because I can. Here's another organizing thing. And then to the right of my desk, you can see my paper organizer here. Once I'm finished with a collection, I will throw it in here under these little like multicolors I throw together, greens, blues, yellows, pinks, all of that stuff I throw in there. So that's kind of how I have that organized. And then on this side, I have a glue drawer. So this is all my glues that I keep organized together. All my stamp pads,
like my mini stamp pads, and then all of my like inkers and things like that, and then my Stampin' Scrub that I showed you guys. And then this is all my thickers down here. So that's kind of a quick overview of the organization of my desk and everything. And then you can see my mixed media is here. I have my scrap pieces of scrap paper in this black bin. And then here is just the rest of my room. I showed you up here. I have more kits and things up there and more ink over here. My Cameo is connected to my desk right here. This is my little organizing planner area that I keep for my to keep myself on schedule. This month is full, if you can see. I'm super excited about that. And then I do have a weekly calendar that I kind of keep as the weeks go on. And I buy these from my friend Beth. I will leave a link to her channel below because her planner, what are they called? Planner TNs are amazing. I love them. And then here you come over here, and this is my machine area where you can see all of my silhouettes and my little printer and my laminator. And then this is supposed to be where I keep my Project Life album that I'm currently working on, but I'm trying to kind of get rid of these projects right here, so I don't have it there right now. And then also on the floor, I have my sewing machine, and then this is my sewing tower, so it's got like all my threads and stuff in it. And then this is all my kids' scrapbooking stuff. And then of course my little Christmas array there. And then I have my bookshelf with all of my excess like photos down here, and then Project Life, or not Project Life, December daily albums and other albums that I'm going to be working on. And then there's my cute little doggies. So that is just a quick overview of my room. This is kind of my excess area over here. This is all of the layouts I have. That's probably like seriously 200 layouts that I need to put into bins. And then I probably have another 200 layouts here that I need to put away. So that is that. I hope that you enjoyed this little question and answer video, and that you enjoyed looking and taking a peek into my room real quick here. I will post below my 50-minute long room tour if you would like to see that. So thanks for stopping by.